Hello, it's Jang here with a look at the Mega Bloks Monster High Graveyard Garden Party. This comes with 371 pieces. Now, because this is the first ever Monster High set that I have gotten in hand and the first one that I've ever reviewed, I want to give you a little bit of an overview of what's going on here. First of all, this is a brick-based set. It's built out of pieces. You have to put all this stuff together, and check out the instructions. Does anybody recognize this style of this booklet here? I think you do. I think that was a cool choice, but inside things are a little bit more conventional. The figures are Laguna Blue and Cleo Denial. These are two characters that anyone who follows Monsters High would be very familiar with. Each one comes with a handbag, just different colors there, and each one also comes with their own color of eye coffin communication device. They have some accessories already on. The hair piece, their hair pieces are a little bit rubbery, so they're just a little bit flexible, have a little bit different texture to them. But there's something that's really unique about these figures that makes them stand out from anything else in the brick-built system world. I'm talking about their size. If you're familiar with Mega Bloks sets that are specifically for girls, you're probably familiar with their Barbie series. If you're familiar with the Mega Bloks sets for boys, you might be familiar with the Halo series. These Monster High figures are large. Because of the size, they were able to integrate some extra joints. So you've got hip joints there, and you notice that the knees are kind of moving on their own. You've got a ball joint in the head. Now, this particular character, well, I guess a lot of these characters have big hair, so it kind of limits the motion of the head, but you can still move it around a good deal, and you can nod up and down and turn it side to side. The arms only go straight up and straight down. You can't do anything with the wrists. Those are just fixed. But most of the articulation here is in the legs. It actually has ball joints that have quite a range of motion. Look how far you can rotate that around. You can also rotate at the knee in addition to flexing it. So you can really just create a real wild jumping or running kind of pose, or you can make them look like they're just kind of trying to show off, or if they're dancing or something. There's a lot of things that you can do, and you can always make these just stand up by a single stud piece that sticks up from any kind of piece, any kind of base that they're on. So there's a lot that you can do to actually really pose these, and if you have them on something, then you can kind of make them move around like that. Now, of course, most of the 371 pieces in this set go into all this scenery and the structure here. You can open up these doors to the crypt here, and when you pull this down, you get a dance floor. Lots of bright colors for the floor itself, and plenty of places where you can still place a figure. Like I said, you only need to have one attachment point to get them to stand up in any kind of pose. Back there in the back is a DJ booth. That table can be rotated around just a little bit to the sides. We've got a candle up there, and you can actually rotate these individual little records. And the needle arm here is actually an arm, a real arm with a skeleton hand at the end of it. There's actually an additional little candle that you can reveal back here that comes up from the back, or you could use that as the kind of the trigger to start to pack things up when you want to put all this away. Now, all the things that look like they're kind of white or off-white colored are actually glow-in-the-dark pieces, but you need to charge them up for a long time in a really, really bright light. They don't really glow all as much as I would like. It's really, really subtle. If you have access to a black light, though, you can get some interesting effects in there, because a lot of these things kind of change color or will phosphoresce under black light, if you can shine that on there. However, you can just use the light that's built right into this thing along with sounds. Every time you push the skull up here, you'll get a different tune, and there are 3 different ones in there. Each one is a real tune from the series. Now, beyond the dance floor, you've got other creepy details, like how the roof is all messed up, and you've got the kind of creepy tree branches that come out from the back. Those are skull elements, the kind of neon greenish yellow colored pieces. The speakers for the whole event are actually tombstones, so by default you can kind of have these kind of hidden away like that, so it just looks like a regular tombstone. And when it's time to to light up the dance floor and activate everything. You can just reveal those. Got a table over here with the candelabra on it. Those are supposed to be a couple of glasses, and then just a small little spider web element down here, which is actually transparent clear. On the other side, another table, a couple of chairs that can be rotated around, and another of the tombstone, kind of hidden away speakers that you can reveal. More stuff up on the top with the skulls and the tree. You've also got kind of wrought iron gates in the back that are painted in purple. And you can see really close up if you look at all of the major brick pieces. They have multiple colors that are built into them that make them look a little bit more ghostly and creepy. You've got a different set of colors down here with more of the blue against the dark gray, and the rest of it has a combination of kind of black and purple. This is just a regular gray element here, but there are some blacks and purples, and also just a little bit of that neon yellow that's kind of mixed in there, just to make things look extra creepy, really. Here's how the whole thing looks from the back. So you can see it's fairly well covered up and will look fairly complete from just about any angle. So that's nice for display. So I don't know what y'all think about this, but you can let me know in the comments. My wife thinks it's awesome. I think it's awesome. And I think it makes sense, to actually mix together this theme with this type of building system. You can customize things, you can place things around in different ways, you can move things around, you can build upon things, you can put different things together. It really makes sense, and I'm glad that they made the figures much larger than what might be considered the standard for this type of toy. And I really appreciate the extra joints that they put into the figures that allow them to be more expressive and to be posed up really nicely. So that's it for my look at this one. Thank you for watching. Again, please do leave your thoughts in the comments section down below. I'll be talking to you again very soon.